So it's a little bit awkward. It's been a while since I've made a video. It's been about like 2 to 3, maybe even 4 months. And I'm in a completely different place now. I'm outside, and there are reasons for that. But yeah, also I apologize if there's any wind noise or anything like that. Outside, just filming on my phone, and I forgot that my phone does not have a plug for a microphone. So we're just going with the phone microphone for now. So we'll see how it works. So essentially, what's been going on with the freelance journey recently is that it hasn't really been going on. So I think the last time that we left off on this video series, I had just finished a small little project from Upwork with one guy who just needed some help on his website. We had applied to some Indeed and Upwork job from there, and I think there are 2 projects that we had in the works. One was a potential previous client that I had worked with, and was going to be doing kind of a timeline kiosk admin portal for them, and so they were kind of gonna come along and maybe potentially work with them. I had sent out a quote to them, and basically what happened is I sent out that quote, I gave them estimates for pricing and everything, and it sounded like they were ready to go along with it, and they just kind of never got back to me, which was super unfortunate, but kind of happens. The other thing that we've got going on that was in the works in the previous video was that I was going to be working with a startup, working for equity, not for a salary per se, helping them create kind of a 3D editor for an event software as a service. So the good news is I've been working for them for the past couple months. It's been a super good time. I've learned a whole bunch. I've learned a lot about React, Next.js, React 3 Fiber especially. Like, I've been working so much with that. Starting to dip my toes a little bit into kind of TypeScript world. And so yeah, it's been a really good process, and at this point I'm even getting stipends at the end of every month. So I'm getting a little bit of money. I get about just over $900 before taxes each month. Granted, that is for 40 hours of work, or like around 40 hours worth of work each week. So it's definitely a lot less than I would be making at most jobs for this type of work. But it's at least something, and I'm doing this mostly as a learning experience, and that has definitely been a big part of it, is that I've learned a lot. The people that I'm working with know a lot, and I'm able to kind of learn from them and learn through experience and everything like that. So that has been a great process. Unfortunately, what did end up happening, even though I had that startup job, and I potentially had that other client, since they didn't really come through, and I wasn't able to find any other sort of kind of freelance work or contracting work or even really full-time work, me and my girlfriend actually decided to kind of end our lease where we were living before and not try to renew or try to find another place, because essentially at that point I was living off of kind of savings, and so the savings were going towards the rent. But beyond that lease, I didn't know how else we would be able to pay for that. So at the moment we have moved back in with my gracious parents, who have brought me back in and allowed me to stay here for a little bit while I figure out another job, another situation. And yeah, so that's why we are in this wonderful nature. It is definitely really peaceful and nice here, so it's been a good kind of like reset and everything. But essentially, I wanted to make this video to kind of update the Freelance Journey series, and in a sense kind of end it / transition it into something else. So essentially on this channel I now want to kind of continue posting similar type of content, basically what's going on with my full-time career, freelance career, because I am doing this work for this startup as a contractor. And then maybe if it is successful, I might end up being an actual kind of full-time software engineer for them, or maybe I'll make equity from the business. Who knows? The future holds many things. At the moment I've been applying to a lot of different kind of full-time jobs to see if I can find something that's a little bit more regular income, salary. Looking for something kind of in that like React 3 Fiber, Three.js world, creating kind of these 3D designs and cool, interesting, engaging websites. It's definitely really what I do, and basically on this channel I want to do a lot more of that. Hopefully be creating some tutorials on how to work with React 3 Fiber, how to create your own React 3 Fiber landing page, how to create fun little games or interactive websites and everything. So I'm really going to try and focus a little bit more on that. and stray away kind of from the specifically Freelance Journey series. I know it was only 2 episodes. It was super exciting. I mean, I'm not One Piece, you know, I can't do 1,000 episodes. I'm sorry, it's just, I can't do it. So the Freelance Journey series will be coming to an end. I know, I'm sure you'll all be very sad, all 2 of you that are watching. But we're going to continue it in our tutorials and in other kind of updates on my career, full-time, other jobs that I might get. And I will keep you guys updated, but it's just kind of, that's kind of the reality of things. That's just how life goes. Like, you can't always have the good, happy ending, you know? And that's why I went into this series in the first place, is because I wanted to create kind of a realistic expectation as if you're trying freelancing and maybe you don't have a whole lot of skill, or like you're kind of new to it, like it might not succeed to start off with. And I took that risk and I went down that path because I knew I had kind of this option of coming back and moving in with my parents. And I understand not everybody has that opportunity, but I like to take the opportunities that I do have, and I think everybody should take what they have and do the best that they can with what they have. And so I wanted to try out freelancing. I enjoyed the process, so I wanted to make that update video. Hopefully this is like a super short video and not super long, and hopefully this terrible quality and car noise and wind noise hasn't been that awful for you. That's about it. I should get back to doing some coding actually. Again, maybe I'll show you kind of like what I've been working on with the startup. The component that I'm working on is kind of this 3D venue viewer / editor that allows you to have kind of your event venue and then lay out your tables, lay out your chairs, and lay out all the different parts of your venue so that you can see it in 3D space. So I've essentially just been building like a 3D editor, a simplified 3D editor, so I'm not like making a CAD program or anything, but a simplified 3D editor that allows you to kind of move stuff around, edit the colors of things, edit the positions of things, all sorts of stuff, and that's been a really enjoyable process. Alright guys, thank you for kind of following along with whatever you may have followed along with in the previous episodes, and I'm glad that I could kind of update you guys and bring everybody up to speed on what's going on. But that is it for today's video, so hopefully if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like. I mean, I know it's kind of just an update video, but feel free to like, feel free to subscribe if you're looking forward to the React 3 Fiber and kind of that 3D and content, tutorials, stuff like that. Subscribe for that, alright, and I will see you in the next video.